Hi, this is John Paul Mason of breathingjourneys.com, and welcome to this video, which is the first in a series of videos where I'll be taking you through the process of conscious connected breathing and how to use that to change your experience of life for the better. So, what is conscious connected breathing, or breathwork as it's also known? It's a very straightforward breathing practice which you would do lying down or sitting in a chair for around an hour or an hour and a quarter. And going through the process enables you to resolve issues that you may be struggling with in your life, perhaps been struggling with them for a long time. And it allows you to move towards what you want to be happening in your life, and really allows you to become the person that you want to be in your life. It's a very creative process. And it works at a level where you don't really need language. This is one of the aspects of it. It doesn't require necessarily a lot of talking, and can address, issues that may originate, very early in your life before language. So this is one of the advantages of it. So it might be that, talking-based therapies will find it difficult to reach some experiences, and breath work is really useful for addressing things that you may have been working on for some time in your life, and you may have tried different approaches, but you still have things that you can't shift. And breath work is really key and can help you address these kind of long-standing issues. For me, what I found with it is that I'd spent years exploring different therapies and sort of healing modalities, but breathwork was the one thing that really allowed me to deal with what I'd been carrying for a long time and to unlock aspects of myself that I really needed to live a full life. So I absolutely stand by it as a valuable process, and certainly enabled me to get where I wanted to be in my life. Another key advantage of breathwork, as I see it, is that you can learn to do it on your own. So in the beginning, at least, it's really helpful to have some sessions with a qualified and trained facilitator who can guide you through the process and show you how to use it. And from that, you'll get a good understanding of how you can use the process for yourself and how to apply it to your life. And you can either, do sessions entirely on your own, or what's really helpful is just to get a friend to sit with you when you work with it. So having someone just there as a presence beside you is really helpful. They don't have to facilitate you or anything, they just have to be there. So that can be another way to work with it. So it is a process that once you learn it, you can then really take it away and use it, whenever you want in your own life. So, how do you go about it? Well, what happens really in a breathwork session is that you would lie down, or you could sit, and you'll be led into a particular way of breathing. And this will take you into a state of deep relaxation. And it's like you go through a journey with the breath, and an experience will unfold as you go through the process. And as you go through this experience, certain things will resolve and shift. And the changes that happen during the breathwork session are then reflected in your life. You move towards a better experience. And as I say, it doesn't necessarily require a lot of talking. It might just be that during the process you feel certain things in your body, or you experience emotions, or you get insights, or you experience sort of profound states of connection. But some aspect of your experience will change through the process, and your life will be different in some way afterwards. Now, it works on different levels really. So on a purely physical level, what happens is it's a very detoxifying process. So 70% of the body's toxins are removed through the breath. So simply by breathing better, you really help to detoxify your physical system. And this will then naturally lead you towards perhaps eating better, or living in a way that's more healthy, or looking after yourself better. That kind of naturally develops. But purely on a physical level, it's really, really valuable process. And then emotionally, what it can do is allow you to, address experiences that you can't shift. Perhaps you've been experiencing depression for a long time, or anxiety, or you're feeling stuck. And breathwork will help you, uncover these experiences so that you can integrate them. Like the energy that holds the emotions in our body creates a lot of tension. It takes a lot of energy to kind of keep experiences covered up. So breathwork will allow us to process emotional or physical experiences that we weren't able to deal with when they happened, but allows us to do them in a way that's really safe and at a pace that works for us, and that allows us to integrate the experiences into our life, because there may be parts of ourselves locked up that we actually need to bring into our life, are currently kind of held in our body. So it releases a lot of tension as well. And also what happens in the process is, our beliefs about our experience will alter. So, when we experience something that we may interpret as negative, we form beliefs about it, and this can happen really, really early on in our life. So you might have beliefs that say, for example, life is dangerous, or life is unsafe, or people will always let you down, or whatever it is, and these are all operating unconsciously. When we go through a breathwork session, these beliefs can be made more conscious, brought into conscious awareness, and simply dissolved or reframed, so they're no longer running our life. So as we change our belief set about how life is and how we are to a better way of understanding ourselves, then our experience of life changes for the better. It's extremely valuable, this way, say, making what is unconscious conscious, so that you can start to live more consciously and have less subconscious, unconscious impact on your life. And then running through the whole experience is really what you might call the spiritual aspect. So in a particular session, you might have quite a profound experience of connection to something outside of your normal experience, or a greater degree of connection to yourself or to nature. But it's something just outside of your ordinary experience of reality. But as you go through using breathwork, what will happen is you become more present. So as you deal with suppressed experiences in your body, in your psyche, as those are integrated, it enables your spirit to more fully inhabit your body, and you become more present. You become more alive to your experience of life. You become more here and more connected. And that is really this essential pillar of where I see the value in breathwork being. Quite a few years ago, I was asked, what did I get out of breathwork? And there's various ways in which it's helped me. So a big thing in my life was I couldn't commit in a relationship, whereas now I'm married, and I'm also living in a place that is wonderful to live in, and have a wonderful set of friends. But what really mattered to me was that it really changed my experience of connection with what I know as God. And this was a very particular experience in a session where, the day after the session, I felt in a very different place, and I felt much more connected. And this is really, the key aspect of breathwork, is it will really help you to become more aware of your connection to whatever you understand as God or Spirit, or your own true nature, however you want to word it. So in the rest of the videos, I'll go into different aspects of working with the process, and you can check those out in your free time. in your own time. If you have any questions at all about anything I talk about, please feel free to email me at johnpaul@breathingjourneys.com, and I'll be happy to answer those. And I wish you well in your explorations with this process, and hope that it serves you well in your life. All the best, and be well. John Paul.